Third-generation horsewoman, Maggie Wolfendale, has become the face of the 3 NYRA racetracks. Her upbringing in the world of thoroughbred racing has given her a keen eye for good horseflesh, and her pre-race insights are second to none. I caught up with her here at Aqueduct to discuss her career and her passion for thoroughbreds, both on and off the racetrack.
So I'm a third-generation horse person and grew up at the barn 18 at Laurel Park, and started galloping when I was 16 for my dad. And everything kind of progressed from there, and I really fell in love with it more once I graduated high school and immersed myself in the racetrack culture, and loved working with the horses in the morning, and went to school for broadcasting. So got to marry the two, and kind of feel like the luckiest girl in the world that I got to do that. When I graduated from college, I sent out a tape, resume, reel to every racetrack in the country, and found myself very fortunate that NYRA were the ones calling me back with a serious offer. And my job is all about watching the horses and observing them and analyzing them in the paddock and what they look like physically. So I have notes on all the horses that I've seen before, and if they're first-time starters or if they're horses that have run out of state, I'll go and watch a lot of their replays to see how they move, how they look, maybe how they act before going into the starting gate. A lot of it depends on the conditions of the race, and from an overall kind of perspective, just looking at that the horse is in good health, has a rich, hydrated, shiny coat, and carrying good muscle mass, isn't too light, but is lean enough to be fit. With good horses, what you see is generally what you get out on the track. They're genuine, that's why they've made it to the upper echelon of racing. On big days and looking at those good horses, my job is actually easier in the paddock, but yes, the preparation is much longer and much more detailed. And I just love working with them because they're so smart and they're willing to do whatever for you. I mean, Jaeger has a lot of personality, to say the least. It's such a thrill to come back and be right there with the winning rider and horse after a big performance, after these big stake races. And it's, it's kind of intense for the fact that I can't watch the race. So I'm purely listening to the race color in my ears. Being next to those horses too, because you can't become a fan. You're always a fan at the end of the day. And being next to them and the riders, it's very special, and it's probably the part of my job I love most.